Hi, this is going to be a DIY on how I made my adjustable soap mold. So you're going to need to purchase 2-inch screws, 1/4 of an inch create a bolt nuts, and 1/4 of an inch coarse little bow tie thingies. You're also going to need to purchase a 1x6 board and a 1x4 board. And you're going to want to have them cut down to the length that you want. Mine are 3 feet. But you can make any mold out of this idea. It's really easy. I've never made anything in my life, so I didn't do too bad. So you're just going to want to put your 1x4 on top of your 1x6. And then the same thing on this side. So what I did was use one of my extra 1x4s. And I cut the piece that goes right here. And I did the same thing on the other side. I actually just had them cut one of the leftovers that I had down to the size that I needed. And I used 4-inch. This is how big my bar is going to be, as 4 inches wide. You can totally get them to cut it down even smaller, or depending on how big you want your bars. But if you do that, you're going to need to move this board over to the length of your little piece. So obviously you can see like how everything is set up on the 1x6. So you're just going to want to, this is what I did. I used like 1,000,000 screws. So because this piece wasn't down here, was having a hard time closing together with this piece, so I used a lot of screws. So this is just what I did. Just made sure that it was securely screwed down. This is just the side on where I screwed the spacer between, and then I measured 6 inches from the inside to right here. From what I understand, this is supposed to be a 1 pound or 2 pounds, something like that. Anyways, and then you screw holes every 3 inches, so, and that adjusts your mold an extra pound. And then you'll want to make sure that when you're screwing that you don't do that. See it? That's alright. It's not a big deal. I can just unscrew it and put it somewhere else. So all this stuff cost me around $27 or so. And if I would have bought an extra 1x4, I could have made 3 of these. Now, if you want to just make a small little one, you could just have them cut it right here. It doesn't matter. This is just what I wanted to do because I want to make 3 at a time. And I figured, why not? Probably would have been easier if I would just cut it down, but I mean, it's pretty cool. You don't have to be handy. This is the first thing I've ever made, so. And obviously it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the bottom looks kind of crappy, but this is my first time. And it totally beats spending like 80 bucks or however much those soap molds are online. I don't see why anybody would want to pay that much money for one of these. So, one more thing I want to mention is make sure that you use your calculator to find out the size of your mold. So I'm just going to line mine with freezer paper. I'm pretty sure you can just use plastic, or I've heard somebody mention cling wrap or whatever it's called. I also want to show you how sturdy these are. Like, takes a lot of force, and it's not even that tight to actually move these. So your soap's going to be actually really secure in this. But like I said, if you just want a smaller one, you can use the same instructions and just cut it. So I'd suggest making sure how big you want your mold and use your calculator to determine on how big you need to have your wood cut. So I really hope this helped you and saves you money. Like I said, you don't have to use the brands that I use. Just, this is what I found. This is what the cheapest for me. And it was so much easier than borrowing a saw because I don't own one. And so I just went to Home Depot and they just cut everything for me. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.